It's like gorgeous out today. I still have my heater on me. I like my heat. Okay, my loves, let's start sitting. And oh, my socks didn't actually match. It's okay. Same brand, just not matching colors. We're gonna start seated. We're gonna do some circles. It's just like this. We're just gonna go right into movement today. Sit comfortably. Reverse it. My nugget was playing on my mat before class. There's like little scraps of things. Oh, my other little nugget. Come here. Couple more circles this way. Come through center, stretch the arms up. Good. Lift the legs. Notice which shin is in front. So take note of which shin is in front. Come into boat. And then switch the legs in the cross. And then we're just gonna go flexion, extension, just like if you were doing cat and cow. And then lifting boat again. Good. Come around onto hands and knees. Hover your knees off the ground. Shins parallel to the ground. Neutral spine, front ribs to back ribs. Good. Keep the knees bent. Take your rib cages, your right and left, your rib cage toward your thighs. Get a good stretch back here. Firm your hands in the ground. Feel as much of your hand in the ground as you can. Drop the ears between your biceps and then shift back into like a pseudo hands and knees. The knees are floating. The feet in the hands. Knees bent. Press back. Shift forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time straighten the legs any amounts. Come into down dog. Step 1 foot forward. It really doesn't matter which one. And then turn open on your mat. Come into Skandasana. It doesn't matter which side. And then over to the other side. And then back to the first side. Come a little higher, lift the chest a little higher. You can use your hands on the ground, you don't have to take them up. Good. Dig your heel in on the straight leg, bend the knee. Just wake up that hamstring. Imagine you could drag that heel to your other foot. And then use that to take it over to the other side. And then same thing. Dig the heel down, bend the knee a little bit. You can actually reach back and kind of touch the hamstring. If you were in class yesterday, your hamstrings might be a little bit sore. You might not even know yet that they are, but they might be a little sore. And then come up through the center, goddess. Good, straighten the legs, take your right arm on top. Good, give yourself a hug, don't take eagle arms, just give yourself a hug. Lift your elbows up, square off your feet, and then forward fold. Balance your weight in your feet. Rise up. Sweep the arms out wide. Come back to goddess. Straighten the leg. Left arm on top, right arm under. Give yourself a hug. Lengthen, square off your feet so toes straight ahead in the direction you're facing. And then drop down. Rise up, inhale. Release the arms out wide. Good. Toes a little open, keep the legs straight. So toes a little open, legs stay straight. Squeeze the feet toward each other, take the arms up. You're like a big giant X. Good, put a little bend in the knees, pull the feet toward each other. So you're like squeezing inward with your legs. You're not pushing them down and away. You're not resting down the feet. You're bending the knees just a smidge. Pull the feet toward each other. All this starts to light up when you do that. Draw up on the kneecaps, engage the quadriceps. And then bring your hands around, top of the mat, step back to plank. Take a breath in plank. And then lower to the ground, exhaling. Curling the heart forward, cobra. Press back to the knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward to plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the ground. Cobra or upward facing dog, inhale. And then downward facing dog with your exhale. Walk your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway up with your inhale. Bring your hands to your shins. Stay here and breathe. Take your hands alongside your body. Stay here, breathe. Reach the arms back. Reach the fingers back. Good. This is going to probably sound crazy, but put your hands on your butt. Just do it. Put your hands on your butt. Keep the chest pulling forward. Start to slowly rise up to stand. I want your glutes to be awake here. Awake, alive, lifting you up. Hamstrings lifting you up. Release your hands down. You don't have to continue filling yourself up. I want that every time we lift up. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. That being the engagement. You don't have to grab yourself every time. Come halfway with your inhale. Fold down with your exhale. Rise to stand. Inhale. Yes. Hands into your heart. Exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale and bow. Halfway, inhale. Bow down again. Rise to stand, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Come halfway with your inhale. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Crescent pose, inhale. Right foot back, left foot forward. Take a few breaths here. So wake up this right glute. Right knee can be bent. See if we can sink a little deeper. Push that left foot firmly into the ground. Take a breath in. Bring your hands down to the ground. Step back to plank, inhale. Exhale to your belly. Feet stretch back, fingers stretch back, Shalabhasana. And then press back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Crescent pose, rising up. Imprint that front foot. Use the back toes. Engage the left glute. Push down into that right foot and hug the right hip in. One more inhale. Hands come forward, feet come forward, forward fold. Lengthen halfway. And then fold back down, exhale. Rise to stand, hips helping you up. And then hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Good. Step your left foot back. Crescent. Inhale. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Step back to plank. Lower to the ground. Shalabhasana again. And then downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Crescent. Hands and feet to the top of the mat. Halfway, inhale. Folding, exhale. Rise, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back, right foot comes down, right knee comes down, and then rise Anjaneyasana. Couple breaths. Release your hands down. Step to plank. And then chaturanga, or the floor. Cobra, Shalabhasana, up dog, and downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Left knee drops down. Anjaneyasana. Take a few breaths. And then top of the mat, hands and feet. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Left foot steps back. Left knee drops down carefully. Rise up, Anjaneyasana. Hands come down. Step back. Your choice on how you find your way to downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right knee comes down. Anjaneyasana. And then top of the mat. Halfway. Fold. Rise up to stand, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Plank, exhale. Chaturanga. Rise. Up dog, cobra, shalabhasana, lots of back bends available to you. And downward facing dog. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Rise, inhale. Draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rising up. Strong legs to fold. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Lots of control. Rise, inhale. And down dog, exhale. So not just controlling the breath, not just controlling the movement, but like having some restraint as you're moving through. So you're not just slamming your body back, right? Consciously moving through these transitions. Heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. And then folding down. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale and bow. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Let the hip open if it feels good. Keep that left arm strong. Good, maybe pull the right foot toward your tailbone. And then scoop the belly in. One more inhale here. And then right knee, right tricep, exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale, bring the knee over to the left. Inhale, stay. Exhale, place your right foot forward. Crescent pose, rising up. Bring your hands into your heart. Hip forward. Without touching your elbow to your thigh. Without touching your elbow to the thigh, turn. So almost just bring the elbow in front of the knee. Work the back leg strong. Pull your feet toward each other. Every inhale, get longer from the crown of the head to the left heel. Every exhale, just a little deeper turn. And then lightly, elbow comes out. Make contact. But keep that element of using your center and not just jamming that arm down to twist yourself. Maybe even get lighter in that elbow. Just kind of check in. One more inhale. With your exhale, you're just going to rotate. Right forearm comes to right thigh. Left heel roots down. And then we're going to open up into side angle. Good. Lift by pressing into that front foot. See if you can lift the right toes. Turn that left heel in as much as you need to. Come into Skandasana. One more inhale. Come around top of the mat. Left hand down. Come to the pinky side of the left foot, or put the left knee down. And bring that right leg back. Vrashishtasana, nice and easy. Good. Maybe pick up the right leg. Don't touch the foot, just bend the knee. Bring the foot toward your sitting bone on the right side. And then maybe move that thigh back in space. And come through center. Chaturanga, maybe lift that right leg or keep it lifted. Rise open, up dog, cobra. You make your way to down dog however you want. So every single time you find yourself in that plank and you're faced with a chaturanga, you have the choice of just going straight to down dog or to child's pose, or to go through chaturanga vinyasa either in chaturanga or all the way to the ground, with up dog, with cobra, shalabhasana. We're going to start to integrate some other back bends as well, so you'll have more choices. And then inhale, left leg back. If it feels good, open the hip with care, bend the knee and try to pull the foot toward your tailbone. Scoop the belly, and then maybe move that knee up and back a little bit more, maybe. One more inhale. With your exhale, bring your left knee to your left triceps. Stay here. Take a breath in. And then exhale over to the right. Stay here for an inhale. And then exhale, bring your foot through center. Come into crescent. So just get your feet under you. Make sure the width, the length is good. Bring your hands into your heart. And then tip a little forward. And then start to turn to the left. But just bring the elbow in front of the knee. Don't actually make contact. And then work your center and work the twist from your center. So good. Yes. Fantastic. I love it. Work the feet toward each other. Work the strength of the legs. And then the elbow gently comes down. Good. So we're feeling the twist without the work of the upper body or without the work of the arm connecting to the leg. And then we make that connection and we see how we then can go a little deeper, but can we rely on the strength of our center, not just by jamming the arm down into the leg to get that twist. Good. You're going to bring that left forearm to the thigh, back heel roots, and then just modified side angle. This arm is down, giving you space. Even if the arm wasn't there, get that sense of lifting, but using the arm, getting that rebounding action, pressing down. Rising up. You can pick up the front toes. You can turn this heel in as much as you need to. And then Skandasana. You can use your hands. Just because I don't have mine down doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Whatever you need. Tension to the legs. Whatever helps you here, use it. Come around, right hand, pinky side of the right foot, Vrashishtasana. Maybe pick up the left leg, maybe bend the knee, try to pull the foot toward your hip, and then maybe move the whole knee back, but keep pulling the foot toward the hip. Knee back, foot to hip. And then release. Maybe keep that left leg lifted, chaturanga or the floor, or straight to down dog. I just gave you a whole big speech on it, right? Smooth out your breath. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway inhale. Hold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Hands into heart. Same thing, without making contact, bring the elbow maybe in front of the knee without actually touching, turn to the right. You can still push your hands against each other to open up the chest. And then maybe, a little bit deeper, light press, elbow, and then lift open. Nice. Release your hands down, left leg lifts up. Standing splits. If it feels good, maybe bend that left knee. Maybe reach back with your right hand, find your foot. Kick away a little bit. And then chair. Hands into your heart. And do the same thing. Turn to the left without making contact, taking that twist. Press the hands together. See if you can create some leverage here by pushing, pushing, pushing. And then contact if you want. Open it up. Last inhale. And then forward fold. Right leg lifts, standing splits. Maybe bend the right leg. Maybe find your right foot with your left hand. Kick away. When I offer out those things when I'm saying maybe, I really mean that. Like, it's a maybe. Yeah. Bring your feet together. Come into chair. Oh, my hair tie just quit on me. Let's see where my backups are. Come low, come low, come low. Boat pose. Right here. Right knee draws in, left leg extends out. Turn. Breathe. Switch. Come center, pause, lift a little higher. Feet down. Right hand back, left arm, right thigh. So notice how much bigger, just even here in this twist, you can go when you use your arm, right? A lot of that's just because we're getting leverage. And now pick up that left arm. And then see if you can hold here. Now you feel how your core has to take over, right? Come back around. And then switch. Good. Pick up that right arm. Hold the twist. Come back to center. Come back into boat pose. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more each side. Just one. Back through center. Bring it down. Pull the knees toward your chest. And then extend the legs out, curl the shoulders. Low boat. Bring the hands through prayer. Right elbow comes to the floor, feet are straight ahead. So look at your feet. If they turned with you, square them to the sky. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Look at your feet. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale. You got the idea. Each time I say something, I only start something better if I say nothing at all. Hug your knees in, so good. Hands come behind your head. Lift your shoulders up off the ground. Side to side. Exhale. Inhale, center. It's slow. Exhale. Center, inhale. Don't rush it. Keep that going. Keep that going. I'm going to find a hair tie. Keep that going. When you don't need a hair tie, they're everywhere, right? When you need one, MIA. I have to check all my usual spots, because doesn't everyone keep hair ties in the liquor area? Don't stop, don't stop. I'm still with you. I'm still with you. Don't stop. Don't stop. Come through center. Curl the shoulders. Both legs extend. Start to lift back up into boat. You can bend the knees, but like that lever helps to lift you up, I swear. Yeah. Cross right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Give me a gentle twist here. Good. Lift both arms up. Breathe. Come back in with the arms. So just feeling the difference between the two. So we're playing with, like, how does it feel when you're using the arms to help you in the twist? How does it feel when you don't have the arms to help you, when you don't have that outside force taking you deeper in? Come through center, just switch. Left foot to the outside of the right thigh, and then twist. Left. Push into your feet. Lift the arms up. Go back in. It should feel different. I'd be surprised if it didn't. I mean, there's always more room to gain when you've got leverage. So I'm not saying that you're like, shouldn't do that. Just feeling the difference. Knowing when it's internal rotation, like not internal, but like coming from the inside of you, or when there's an external force that's bringing you deeper in. Come back through center, both legs up. We're gonna rock back, we're gonna rock up into chair pose, or you'll roll to your side, stand up, and come into chair. So finding chair, however you want. Take a breath in, yes. Forward fold, exhale. Lengthening halfway. Step back to plank, inhale and plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Keep your hands next to your ribcage, bend both of your knees, curl your heart up. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Left heel roots down. Warrior one. Left arm forward, right arm up. Get a little more rotation here. Bring both arms back up. So this is not a twist per se, but there's a twist in this pose. We're bringing the left ribs around, the right ribs back. One more inhale. Hands down, step to plank, pause, plank, inhale. All the way to your belly, exhale. Bend your knees, curling up. Release, toes tuck, down dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one on the left side. Right arm forward. Feel that, pull the shoulder forward, the rib cage forward. Keep it. Bring the arm back up. Hands come down, step back to plank. You choose how you get to down dog. Smooth out your breath. Pause here. Lift your heels, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway up, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Chair, inhale. Press to stand. Draw your hands into your heart. Inhale, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Make your way to downward facing dog. Right foot forward in warrior one. Rise up. Come back down, make your way to down dog. Left foot steps forward. Right heel roots. Rise up, warrior one. It's in you. Trust yourself. Release out. And then back to down dog. However you want. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Press up, exhale. Hands into your heart. Inhale, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Make your way back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Root to rise up with an inhale. And then release your hands down, exhale. Plank, inhale. You choose. Down dog with the exhale. Or take a few more breaths to get there. Left foot steps forward. Right heel roots. Rise, warrior one. Bring your hands down. Stepping back, you decide. Down dog. Heels up, inhale. Knees bend, exhale, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. And then fold. Chair, inhale. Press up. And hands into your heart. Last time, inhale, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Make your way back. Down dog. Right foot forward. Root to rise. Warrior one. Release it. Your path back. Left foot forward. Warrior one. Release it. And make your way to down dog. Heels up, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Pause. Left leg goes back. Good. Take that left hand forward. Lock if you've got it. Bend the back leg. Maybe take the foot. You can bend the leg without taking the foot, by the way. I love that. If you were in class yesterday, that's all we did, right? But maybe take it. Release the foot if you have it. Step back with that left leg. Keep the left arm forward. That's going to help counter you. And then we twist. Beautiful. We're going to go from here to side angle. You can slide your arm across, or you can bring your hand down to the floor. Root the back heel down. Open it up. Rise up. Come to the back of the mat, Skandasana. Good. Come back around. Left hand, pinky side of the left foot. Vashisthasana. Maybe bend this right leg. Reach back and find your foot if you want. Kick it away. Good. Come around. Right hand to the ground. Right foot steps forward. Standing splits lift up. Exactly how we started. Stay here or plant your hands and take some hops.
Sometimes.
So beautiful.
Wear your French cologne.
Chair pose, please.
Only using it.
Forward fold. Good. Right leg's gonna stretch back. Pull the heart forward, right hand to the ground. Left hand to the sky. And an option to bend the back leg. You don't have to take the foot, but maybe you do.
I won't shake you off yet. 'Cause I know there's no better way to get to you.
If you have the foot, release it. Stretch the right leg back as you keep that right arm forward. It's going to help counter you. And then we're going to come into twisting lunge. Root the back heel. Roll open, side angle. Make any adjustments you need. It doesn't mean you have to like stick it and everything has to be perfect. Everything is an adjustment, right? Rise up. Skandasana. Back of the mat.
Surprise from long ago.
Good. Come back around. Right hand, right foot. Vashisthasana or knee. Maybe bend this left leg. Reach back. Find the foot if you want. And then kick it away. Work the left glute. Come around. Left at top of the mat. Standing splits. Right leg lifts up. This is perfect. In case you were wondering, it's perfect. You don't have to change anything, but if you want, let your hands just rock forward. Maybe take a couple hops here. Chair, top of the mat. Hands into your heart, lift your heels. Bring your hands down to the ground. Take your knees to the left. Keep your chest to the front of your mat. Good. Outer ankles pressing in. Just squeezing the inner feet together. Hands come to prayer. stay here. You don't have to change anything. You can come into twisting chair if you prefer, or hands come down. And then just kind of tip forward. And tip forward. And then maybe the feet float up. Good, now listen. Your left leg is gonna go back. Your right foot's gonna come forward. So if you weren't in twisting chair, you're just gonna step back to plank. Left foot stays back. Right foot goes over to the left. And then open that left arm up overhead. Bring the left hand down. Sweep the right leg back. Open the hip. Flip into wild thing if you want, or just enjoy that three-legged dog. Come around to plank. Lower to your belly, please. Both knees bend. You do not have to take your feet. You do not have to take your feet. Reach back. You don't have to take your feet, but reach back. Open up. So this is me without my feet. Actually, everyone do that. Pull the heels toward your butt. Hands down. Tuck the toes. Up and back. Dog. Little pause. Lift your heels. Bend your knees deeply. Stretch your hips back and then feet to your hands. Walk, step, maybe jump. Come right into chair. Come into toe stand. Bring the hands down. Knees turn to the right. Outer ankles pull in. So notice if your feet or your heels are kind of dropping out. It's not like wrong, but just see if you can squeeze inward. And then hands to prayer. So if you don't want to be in your toe stand, you can come into a twisting chair, like so. If you want, hands come down. Instead of thinking about trying to lift up your butt, think about tipping your chest down. So tip forward, and then see if your butt comes up. Left foot's gonna come out, right foot goes back. Fallen triangle. So step back to plank if you're not in side crow. Right foot to the back of the mat, left foot extends out. Bring your hand down. Left leg up and back. Open the hip. Enjoy or flip. And come around. From plank, lower to your belly again. Bend the knees. Reach back. Maybe take the feet and push away. Just come home. Release. Forearms come down. Tuck the toes. Forearm plank. You can lace your hands if it feels better to you. Pull the heart forward, pull the gaze forward. Soft, even breath. Knees are great. If you need to use your knees, use them. I had holes in my shoes and in my clothes. Only yesterday. Sphinx, hips down. Heart pulls forward. I was just a boy living amongst children. And barely a toy that I could play with. I would pretend that anything could happen. Gently scoop the belly up. Lengthen out your tailbone. Tuck the toes. Build the strength down to lift up.
That was yesterday. No matter how far I come, still know where I'm from. Oh, never let it slip away.
Walk into dolphin.
Still trying to figure out what the game is all about. Oh, so I take it day by day by day. Yesterday no one was listening. Today is gonna be different.
Walk the feet back.
You couldn't hear my voice under the surface.
Come back into Sphinx with control. Separate the hands.
That was yesterday.
And then downward facing dog.
Yesterday I had no direction. In my mind I had nothing but questions.
Rise to your toes, inhale.
Could've never
Exhale, bend
dreamed
your
of what
knees,
was
feet to your hands.
happening.
Halfway, inhale.
That was yesterday.
Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale.
That was yesterday.
Fold back down, left leg goes back. Standing splits.
No matter how far
And then lengthen the spine.
still
Bend the left leg, reach for your foot with your right hand if you want.
never let it
And then keep that left hand forward. Release the foot, stretch it back. Twisting lunge right here. We're back here. It's in you, just trust yourself. Side angle.
game is all about. Oh,
Skandasana, back of the
so
mat.
I take it day by day by day.
Come around top of the mat. Vashisthasana.
Yesterday,
Right leg comes behind perhaps and finds the foot.
Today the future's wide open.
Yeah.
I was lost in the sounds
And
of
then
my
step the right foot forward.
mind.
Back into standing splits or maybe handstand. Come into chair. Turn your toes, your knees to the left. Twisting toe stand or side crow.
That was yesterday.
Extend that right leg out to the left.
That
Left
was
foot steps
yesterday.
back. Take your time. Meet us here.
That was
Ball and triangle.
oh,
Left hand comes around. Right leg sweeps back, wide open, or just open up.
that was yesterday.
Come around. Dolphin. Dolphin. Walk the feet in. Left leg lifts. Stay here or hop. Forearm plank. Sphinx. Downward facing dog. Take a beat. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees bend, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Forward fold, right leg goes back. Standing splits. Lengthen forward. Bend the right leg if you want. Find your foot. Revolved half moon. Keep the right hand down. Reach the right leg back. And then sneak that arm up, take a twist. Side angle, root. Unravel. Beautiful. Rising up. Come back to Skandasana. Good. So good. Bring it around. Vashisthasana. Maybe taking this left foot. And then left foot top of the mat. Come back into standing splits. And then bring your feet together. Come into chair. And then take the knees to the right. Twisting toe stand, twisting chair, or side crow. Stand, right leg back, left leg forward, and then opening, fallen triangle. And bring the hand around. Left leg goes back, open, wild thing. And then right into dolphin. And then left leg up. Stay there. Or start to just take that shift. And then forearm plank. And then Sphinx. Child's pose or downward facing dog, you choose. Take a beat. Just slow down. Slow down. Beautifully done. So I'm going to give you the opportunity here. If you want to play a little bit, but you need to move to a wall or something, that's fine. So this work we did, if you were in class yesterday or even a little bit of it today, where we're working the feet in, the action of that shortening. When we have the foot and the hand together, we typically push away. When the foot and the hand aren't together, you're actively pushing pulling the foot toward your hip. So that starts to lead us towards scorpion. And if you want to work in scorpion, you can do so at the wall. If you're comfortable in the middle, go for it. You don't have to. So if you've had enough back bends and you're like, that sounds like not enjoyable, skip it. Get your legs above your heart or get your heart above your head. So wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana, handstand, headstand, whatever feels good to you today. For scorpion, I do like using the wall for this pose, and I like it because it gives you a little bit of feedback on how the legs kind of pull and where you take your gaze. So whether you're in handstand, I'm going to do handstand just because I'm not going to move my mat. Handstand or forearm, you want to give yourself a little space, and then go ahead, go right to the wall. And then bring the toenails to the wall, and then start to pull the chest forward. And then initially you're kind of pushing your toes into the wall, but then you want to pull them off of the wall toward you. So it's that sense of that scorpion tail. Yeah? Have fun. Be safe. I'm trusting you because I can't see really, like a lot of you don't even have your camera on, or if you're watching this back, like just be safe. Be safe. If you're going into scorpion, there's an engagement in your belly so that you protect your back, right? You keep the low back long. And about a minute more.
I have a heart that's not beating, but it was born for hallelujah. I'm belly of a whale.
If you are in a headstand or in pincha, forearms, Come into child's pose. I really like those coming out to kind of give those upper back muscles a nice break. If you're in something else and that sounds appealing, you can come into child's pose too. But if there's something else that you need, do that instead. And then come around to sitting. You're gonna have your right knee bent, your left leg out straight. You're gonna reach forward and just see if you can get your right hand to your left foot. You might not. You can actually do it with your knee bent if you want. So you can actually make that contact and then use that to kind of draw the spine up. Maybe push the leg out straight and then wrap the right arm around the right shin. Your hand comes back toward your hip. This can be it. Maybe your left hand comes from behind and you find a bind here. Rise up, inhale, release. Switch your legs. Reach forward. Wrap. Maybe it comes, maybe the hands come together. Big, giant, maybe. Now rising up. Good. Take your left shin forward. Take your right leg back like this. Create a 90-degree angle. Create a 90-degree angle. So hip, knee, knee, foot, hip, knee, knee, foot. And then come around. Good. If your right knee already feels a little tender on the inside, just stay as is, or maybe put a little padding under that knee. If it's okay, you're going to push gently down into the knee and try to lift up the right foot. Good. And then release the foot back down. You're just going to shift. So you're going to extend the right leg back. You're going to shift forward. You do not have to keep that front knee at a 90-degree angle. You notice mine is absolutely not. And then come around. Push into the forearm, scoop the belly back. Push into the back foot, engage the right hip. Good. And then just listen. So you're going to rock to your to your left hip. To your left hip. You're going to bend the back leg. Good. Come back to 90-90. Bring your hands behind. And then just flip the legs. Good. They're probably not going to be perfectly 90-90 when you get here, so just make the adjustments. Maybe they are. Mine never are. Good. And then start to come forward. And then if your left knee already feels a little tender, stay where you are. If it's okay, you're going to lift that back foot up. You can also pad the knee. Sometimes actually lifting the foot kind of shifts you off that bony part and more onto the front of the knee. So it might actually feel better. I don't know. You'll find out. You can also test it. Good. And then the foot comes down, and then we start to extend and come into pigeon. And I didn't say this on the first side, but if you need an alternative, I'm assuming you've just found that on your own. Forearms pressed down, front ribs draw gently back, lengthen out the tailbone, and then engage the left hip. Just squeeze the glutes a bit. So the back of the left hip, your booty. Good. Now roll to your right hip. Good. Come back to 90. Come through center. And then this time extend both legs out. Good. And then maybe coming forward. Good. Dig the heels down, bend the knees just a little bit. Try to imagine you could pull your heels toward your hip socket and then push back down. With an inhale, rising up. And then bringing the legs in. If you want to stay seated and finish here in meditation, we're going to take a twist both ways and then we'll get quiet. If you'd rather come onto your back, lie down. Take the knees one way, take a twist. Switch the twist. And then center, Shavasana, or a comfortable sitting position to finish your practice here. Allow your breath to quiet. Allow your body to quiet. And then practicing this art of just letting yourself be, of not feeling the need or compulsion to change anything or to better it, to just allow it to sit. Start to notice your body again, your breath, your being, your state of being. If you're lying in Shavasana, you're going to wake up gently, hands and feet, arms and legs. And you'll find your way however you want to get there, up to sitting. If you're seated, you're cool, stay as you are. And once we come together, seated, bring your hands together at your heart. Gently bow your mind to your heart. Just take a few breaths here. A little homage to yourself, to this body you're given. Our ability to move and breathe, to do it together. Rise up, let your eyes open gently. Thank you for your practice. Have a beautiful Saturday. Thank you for being here.